Hello students, welcome to class 12 physics. In this video we are going to see electromagnetic waves, what is actually the electromagnetic waves, and let us see the detail about that in short. Here write information regarding electromagnetic waves in short. When Maxwell predicted existence of electromagnetic waves, during that time only waves of visible light were considered as electromagnetic waves. There were no information regarding infrared and ultraviolet rays. At the end of the 19th century, X-ray and gamma rays were invented. So initially only the visible rays were known, which was considered as the electromagnetic waves, and then slowly and gradually different waves were introduced, different rays were introduced, which is the electromagnetic waves. So in the end of the 19th century, gamma rays and X-rays were invented. Now at present, light waves, X-rays, gamma rays, radio waves, microwaves, ultraviolet waves, infrared waves are the part of the electromagnetic waves. When classification of electromagnetic waves is done on basis of frequency or wavelength, it is called electromagnetic spectrum. So we are having different kind of waves over here, different kind of rays, and these waves are classified on the basis of their frequency. According to the range of the frequency, these different rays are introduced, and the whole different rays along with their range of frequency is called as electromagnetic spectrum. In this spectrum, value of wavelength of electromagnetic waves are continuously dispersed. That is, we can say from the minimum wavelength to the maximum wavelength, there are different kinds of waves. There is no distinct boundary separating different types of waves. This classification is based on the fact that how these waves are produced or how these waves can be detected. Waves of electromagnetic spectrum are mentioned on basis of wavelength or frequency. So here we can see either we can introduce these waves or classify these waves on the basis of the frequency, or else we can classify these waves in terms of the wavelength. So first of all, let us see the gamma rays. That is, you can see this, it is the gamma rays is from 10 raised to minus 19 to 10 raised to 23 hertz. X-rays, that is from 10 raised to 16 to 10 raised to 20 hertz. Here ultraviolet waves, that is 10 raised to 15 to 10 raised to 17 hertz. Here this gray line shows the visible light, that is from 10 raised to 14 to 10 raised to 15 hertz. Then you can see over here, that is infrared consists from 10 raised to 12 to 10 raised to 14. Microwave has 10 raised to somewhere from 9 to 10 raised to 12. Short radio wave from 10 raised to 7 to 10 raised to 12. AM radios from 10 raised to 6 to 10 raised to 7 hertz. Long radio waves from 10 raised to 1 to 10 raised to 6 hertz. So you can see here different frequencies. Human eye is sensitive to only small part of the spectrum. Visible part of spectrum is also shown with considering wavelength. So here you can see different types of wavelength. That is, violet waves has the wavelength 450 nanometer to 400 nanometer. The blue light has wavelength from 450 nanometer to 500 nanometer. Green light has the wavelength of 500 nanometer to 550 nanometer. Yellow light consists of 550 nanometer to 600 nanometer. Orange light consists from 600 nanometer to somewhere 625 around or 630 nanometer. Red light consists from around 630 to 700 nanometer. So, student, you may note down this classification of different rays, which is called as the electromagnetic spectrum. Write source of radio waves, types and uses. So radio waves are produced by accelerating charges in conductors. These waves are in the range of 500 kHz to 1000 MHz. So the range of the frequency is from 500 kHz to 1000 MHz, and its source is the accelerating charge in conductors. Let us see the types of radio waves. Types of radio waves are AM waves, short waves. AM is called as amplitude modulation waves. SW is called as the short wave. That is, AM waves are in the range of 530 kHz to 1710 kHz. Short waves are used for smaller wavelength or high frequency. Frequency of waves used for TV transmission is from 54 MHz to 890 MHz. FM, that is frequency modulation band of radio frequency, varies from 88 MHz to 108 MHz that you are using in the radios. Mobile phone, that is the communication of the mobile is done by this ultra high frequency, and the ultra high frequency band is used for the voice communication. Now let us see the uses of this radio waves. The radio waves are used in radio and television communication system as well as the mobile communication system. Here we have seen the range of the frequency as 500 kHz to 1000 MHz. You can also define or classify the radio waves in terms of the wavelength, that is 0.1 meter to 600 meter. We have already seen that source of the radio waves is the accelerated charge in the conductor, or we can say the oscillating circuit. The inventor of the radio waves was Marconi, and it was invented in 1895. The property of these radio waves, that is, it undergoes the reflection and refraction process. So students, you may note down this theory.